Welcome, everyone, to our very first annual virtual Global Leadership in Education Summit. Let us pray. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we ask you to just have your way on this session, Lord. Anybody that's listening in that may be going through something, help them to understand that they matter, that they are special, and help us to get more wisdom concerning leadership and everything that we need to know in this world. Okay, leadership and education. Bless this broadcast. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So I have to always start out with prayer. And like I said, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your girl, Dr. Rosalind Willis, better known as Coach Roz, the Birthing Purpose Coach. And I remind everyone that I can, as long as you got a post, you got a purpose. So guess what? I have with me the amazing, wonderful Dr. Lakisha James that is going to be my co-host on today. Now, you guys, if you've never met her, I'm going to introduce her to you. Dr. Lakisha James is the founder of Designer Events by Lakisha and Talks with Lakisha. A bomb show, I must say. Designer Events by Lakisha specializes in corporate event planning, event design, and sets designs for films and plays. Talks with Lakisha is a talk show that discusses topics on event planning, mentorship, and book collaborations. She holds a degree in interior design and in management with a concentration in small business and entrepreneurship. One of her favorite personal quotes is, "Every space is unique and you make it your own." Dr. James is the recipient of the 2019 CEO on the Rise Award for Who's Who of Urban CEOs. She was nominated for the 2020 Talented CEO Award. She also serves as ambassador for Black Women Networking, BWN. Ms. James has co-authored 3 books. Her first book, titled Wake Up Winning No Matter What, Because Losing Is Not an Option, Volume 2, launched in January of 2021. Her second book was a multi-author international book project titled I Am, Releasing the Shame of Narcissistic Abuse and Transforming Financial Poverty to Wealth Beyond Numbers, launched in April 2021. That's the bomb. I might have to get that one. The book established Dr. James as an international best-selling author. The third book, Overcoming Heart Blocks, Inspiring Stories for Healing from Trauma, launched on November 1st, 2021. Dr. James is an ambassador for the women's organization, Black Women Networking International. She is editor for Real Women Atlanta magazine. She was nominated for the 2021 Global Leadership and Philanthropy Awards for Women, World Women Vision Awards. She is the recipient of the 2021 Global Leadership Award, and she was inducted into the Market's Who's Who in America for 2021-2022. She's featured in the 2021-2022 Market's Who's Who Professional Women publication. She was set designer for independent film Saving Nina and Zulu Blood. Dr. James is the former Atlanta chapter leader for the Global Women Empowerment Organization, where we met, World Women Conference and Awards, WWCA, and former executive director for Times of Expression and Refreshing Ministries, TRE Ministries. Dr. James signed on as the director of event planning for the National Black Mastermind Group in October 2021 and in February 2022. Dr. James received an honorary doctorate of philosophy in the specialized area of humanitarianism and conflict response. Dr. James is also an interior designer, mentor, and speaker. She is featured in the first and second volumes of Who's Who of Urban CEOs magazine, eventplanner.com, Voyage ATL magazine. Shout out Atlanta Real Women, Atlanta magazine, and Wall Street Select. Baby, look here, it goes on and on. My girl is doing big things in Atlanta. If you don't know her, get to know her. I'm just saying. So I'm introducing you guys to her, and I'm giving her the reins because she is the co-host with the most, Dr. Lakisha James.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure being here. Every time I hear my bio, resume, whatever you guys want to call it, it's like, wow, I did all of that and I'm here. By the all grace of God, he got me to where I am today. Thank you so much, Dr. Rosalind Willis, for allowing me to be your co-host today. I'm so amazed at all these phenomenal speakers that we'll be hearing from today. Some of these speakers I already know. So good to see you again. Dr. Shawn Saxton, always a pleasure to be on the platform with you. So are you guys ready to get started for this amazing event, speaking about leadership and education? I'm so excited, so excited. So let's go. Let's go ahead and introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker is Dr. Patricia Gundick. Her mantra is "A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle" by James Keller. She aims to be that candle that brings light into the world every day. In her field of work, she has to help students and staff to become better versions of themselves. Teaching has always been her passion, purpose, calling, and ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first speaker, Ambassador Dr. Patricia Gundick.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, honorable guests, I'm deeply honored to stand before you today. I am Dr. Patricia Gonde, and I'm an educationist at heart, hailing from the vibrant land of Harare in Zimbabwe. Thank you so much, our host, Dr. Rosalind Willis, and our co-hosts. And I would like to say thank you to IIU for giving me this opportunity today to be with you. As I told you, I hail from Harare, and I serve as the head of academics of Lusitania Primary School, where every day I witness the transformative power of education. Let me start my topic. My topic is on education in emergencies. We know that there's quite a lot that is happening each and every day. And let me start my quote by quoting one famous Nelson Mandela, who said that education is the most powerful tool, weapon which we can use to change the world. And as I stand before you today, and as I talk to you before you today on this virtual podium, the topic of education is very close to my heart, and I'll be deliberating on education in emergencies. As you know, that in the world that we are living today, there are millions of children who are being denied their basic right to education due to circumstances beyond their control. Some of them are casualties of poverty. Some of them are casualties of war, violence in the home, and sometimes environmental disasters, like right now in Georgia, I heard that there was a landslide. It means that some children will be missing school because of those environmental disasters. So there are children who have not lost only their homes, but their chance to build a better future through education. Imagine the child in the heart of Syria, in the heart of Ukraine, Russia, whose school has been reduced to rubble by relentless bombing. Picture the girl in my rural home here in Zimbabwe, who walks kilometers and kilometers to the nearest school, only to find it destroyed by cyclone. Yes, we had Cyclone Idai a few years back. Think of the boys who lives in the slums, who yearns to learn, but is forced into labor because the family cannot afford the cost of education. These are the children who live amidst adversity.
She froze up a little bit.
Their dreams, their potential, yet it is not just a pathway to a better future, but a lifeline to survival and resilience and empowerment. So education, as it is enshrined in Sustainable Development Goal in line with the United Nations SDGs, is not a privilege, but it is a fundamental human right. And it seeks to ensure that inclusive and
Connection issues right there. We lost her.
Yes, everybody, we did lose her. I hope you guys are enjoying her presentation. So hopefully she'll be back. She'll be able to continue. But until she gets back, we do have another speaker that we're going to introduce. I've been on the platform with this young lady a few times, and I met her through Dr. Rosalind. She's an amazing woman, amazing woman of God. So here we go. Dr. Shawn L. Saxton. She's a licensed minister, Bible college facilitator, keynote motivational speaker, certified life transitional coach, domestic violence, HIV advocate, suicide safe talk facilitator, human trafficking facilitator, trained in substance abuse and mental health groups, entrepreneur, blogger, author, international #1 best-selling author, global recipient of Red Blazer Award of Excellence, nominated for Vision Award 2021, and HUA finalist 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next phenomenal speaker, Dr. Shawn L. Saxton.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Dr. Lakisha. It's always a pleasure to be on the platform with you and great to see you once again. Dr. Rosalind Willis, my sister, thank you for having me on this morning. I thank you, because you are the best. And I see you just vibing back and forth. So I know it's the Holy Ghost that's just leading. And both of you ladies are filled with the Holy Ghost. So I see the glow. Thank you, and I'm honored to be here. So this morning, I come to give you a little bit of education in the world of HIV and AIDS. I am an HIV counselor, and I've been doing this for 35 years. I guess that kind of like dates me. I'm almost at the beginning of the epidemic. But I'm going to talk a little bit about HIV and what is HIV and what HIV is not. Because after, I think it's 39 years we're in the epidemic. After 39 years, people are still unaware of HIV and how they get HIV and how you do not get HIV. And if I may, I would say that people are still stupid around HIV, because that's the best word that I can use for it, because we're still dealing with stigma, and we shouldn't be dealing with stigma. I'm talking about HIV in the United States, but I'm also referencing it as a global epidemic, because this is a global epidemic. What I want you to take away from my presentation this morning is that you shall live and you shall not die. I didn't start off, and I forgot, but I am Dr. Shawn Saxton. I am the MAD coach. And the reason why I say I'm the MAD coach is because I'm making a difference. That's why I'm the MAD coach. So HIV 101, HIV can be transmitted through sexual contact, sharing of needles during childbirth, breastfeeding, and chest feeding. Chest feeding is, I guess, when men start nibbling on another man's chest. So that's chest feeding. It's a relatively new term. Okay. That's how HIV can be transmitted. Again, sexual contact, sharing of needles, which is intravenous drug use, and breastfeeding and chest feeding. HIV cannot, hear me, it cannot be transmitted through air or water. It can't be transmitted because you touch someone. It can't be transmitted because you kiss someone. It cannot be transmitted because you use the same utensils as someone. It cannot. It cannot be transmitted through food or drinks. Those are ways that it cannot be transmitted. And I hear it all the time where people think, oh, if I kiss him, if I hold a hand, I'm going to get HIV. That is not true. That is not true. How you can protect yourself through HIV is to get tested, regular testing. That's how you can protect yourself through HIV. You can protect yourself through not sharing of needles, not having risky sex. And when I say risky sex, I mean, using protection, because personally, I believe anytime you have sex, it's risky. You're at risk. you know, and people will say, but I'm married. Okay, what does that mean? People cheat. You should get checked. I'm not saying that that applies to any one of us, but I'm saying you should get checked because this is an invisible drug, a visible disease. You might say, well, they don't look like they're HIV positive. What's the look of being HIV positive? What is the look? Because a person is skinny, they're supposed to be HIV positive? No, no. And too often people will try to look at you and say, well, they're HIV positive because they're skinny. No, something else could be wrong with them, right? So, and I'll tell you another thing, protecting yourself from HIV. If you are on a date and there's such thing as date rape, and I'm taking my time because I want people to understand about HIV. If you're on a date and you get raped on a date, when you come to your senses, there is a pill that you could go to your local health department and get it. It's called a PrEP pill. You have to take it within the first 72 hours. And it prevents the HIV virus from going and getting into your bloodstream. It is called PrEP, PEP, P-E-P. Okay. In certain communities, they don't talk about that much, but there is a prevention out there. Okay. Let me give you two more points that I'm going to give you, and then I'm going to talk about PrEP. PrEP is the pill that prevents you from getting HIV if you're sexually active. You could take that. That's like a birth control pill. That's a birth control pill. You take that like you would take your birth controls, which I don't think any one of us are still taking birth control. we passed that. But if we taking our high blood pressure medicine, if we're taking diabetic medicine, take it in the morning. You know when you are supposed to take your pills. Take it. It's part of a routine. That's for those that are, still engaging in sex and don't have a steady partner. And, just make sure you protect yourself. And again, that's called PrEP. Most health departments, and I could speak to Texas and I could speak to Atlanta. We have health departments. You could get it from a health department. You could go down there. They'll do a blood work on you every 3 months. For those that are not in the States, I'm sure we could get in touch with the World Health Organization. They could direct you to some of this stuff, okay? PrEP, it reduces HIV 90%. 90%. And it reduces the transmission of HIV and intravenous drug use 70%. So that's good. That's good, right? So my final point is, in Florida, we're talking about EHE, ending the epidemic. It's ending the epidemic, right? And that's a national campaign. I'm sure Dr. James and Dr. Willis, I'm sure you have seen that in your states, is ending the epidemic by 2030. It is a push, and they are pouring in dollars to end the HIV epidemic. And it's not only in the States, it's globally that we're pushing to end this epidemic. But we could only end this epidemic by education, by people being aware of HIV, people understanding that we, point to yourselves, we are responsible of ending this epidemic. I am responsible to end this epidemic. You're responsible by ending this epidemic. That means testing. That means get tested. Know your status. We have to get tested, because if we don't get tested, we will not know our status. There are many people living with HIV and don't know their HIV. Why? Because they don't get tested. Here in Florida, it's become law that you get tested as a routine health check. Okay. Use use preventative measurement, use condoms. Use condoms. They're free. You never have to pay for condoms. All you have to do is go to your health department. The health department give these out. You could go there. So that my takeaway with that is HIV is still out there. It's still a real disease, but it's also a stigma. It's up to us to speak to people and let people know that, guess what? You will not die from HIV. You shall not die. You shall live and you shall not die. That's my takeaway this morning. That's my educational piece that I leave with you globally on HIV and AIDS. Thank you.
Well done. I learned some things I didn't know.
Absolutely. I think the main point I got from that is you shall live and not die.
Come on.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. That's amazing introduction. Like you said, a lot of people, we don't talk about HIV anymore. So thank you so much for educating us on that. Absolutely. And we're going to go back to Dr. Patricia. She is back. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Thank you. My network is too bad today, but I will try to rush over my speech. As I was saying that in 2019 here in Zimbabwe, we had Cyclone Idai, and I just wanted to say that yeah, it's a testament of resilience when most of the teachers, most of the international organizations came in to help. They created makeshift schools, ensuring that learning did not stop. And during emergencies, learning, education cannot wait. We have to be resilient. And ladies and gentlemen, let me also allow me to highlight a remarkable example of resilience and commitments to education amidst adversity. And this has been done by our own IIU founder, Sir Piyush Pandit, the founder of St. James International School. And I have been there, I have witnessed it. The school is located in Alwamai, in Kunda, in Uttar Pradesh. And it represents the realization of his vision for universal education for children who are underprivileged. And it has been it's quite an amazing and Sir Piyush Pandit's commitments to transforming the entire village to a hub of education and research with the support of national stands as a testament to all of us, to the power of education uplifts communities, even in the face of adversities. And then when we are now looking at, yes, at the grassroots levels, we are talking about education. We now go on to problems that we are having in our communities. We strive to achieve the SDG 4s, but we must remember there's one person who has touched my heart with the quote that is Malala Yousafzai, who says, "One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world." And as educationists and as everyone in the communities, we must strive that one teacher to provide that one book, to hold out that one pen to every child in our communities in need, no matter the circumstances that we have. And education in emergencies is not just about ensuring that every child learning continues amidst adversities. It is about giving the children the tools to rebuild their lives, like what is happening in Kunda and the communities. It's about resilience. It is about hope. It is about belief that even in the most dire circumstances, a better future is possible. Before I conclude, I would like to pay tribute to our visionary founder, who has also dedicated his life to the cause of global education. He is passionate advocate for educational reform, and I would like to talk about what he is advocating for, world education policy. And he has worked tirelessly removing barriers to education, both national and international levels. Right now, we are here, we are collaborating because of his advocate for world education policy. And it is a testament to the commitment to universalize education, as he believes in one education, one foundation, one world. So as we grapple in emergencies, it is the vision of world education policies that guides us, that he has announced, and it is being in effect. So this WEP underlines the belief that education is not confined by national borders, by socioeconomic status. It transcends the barriers, it transcends the geographical boundaries, the races, religions, and it unites us in one common goal of educating the world, where every child has the opportunity to learn, where every child has the opportunity to grow. And it is a stepping stone towards equitable and inclusive global education system. So we must strive to ensure that education in emergencies is happening, and let us work together towards a world where education is universal, where learning is uninterrupted. If it is interrupted, especially in the communities that we are living in, domestic violence, the war-torn areas, let's try by every means to help out our children to go to the schools, to colleges, to the universities. And despite their adversities they face, let's try to give them, build a better future. Together we can fulfill this motto of a world education policy: one education, one foundation, one world. Together, we can ensure that the transformative power of education reaches every child everywhere. In conclusion, our mission is clear. We must break down the barriers that prevent our children from accessing quality education in times of need, in times of adversity. Thank you so much, IIU, for giving me this opportunity today to say my mind. Thank you.
Thank you so
Great
much.
job. That was amazing, amazing. You brought so many wonderful points up. I love the 1-1-1. I call it the 1-1-1. The one child, one book, one, education is something that no one can take from you. And once you have gotten your education, you got something to empower not only yourself, but the people around you, your nation, your state, your world. So I love that. Very well done. Very well done. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and my takeaway from that is thank you so much for sharing your expertise. I really appreciate that. It's always enlightening to know about education. And like Dr. Rosalind said, no one can take education from you. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, our next speaker will be our visionary, Dr. Rosalind. She wants to say some things. She wants to educate you guys because, this is the Education and Leadership Summit, right? So we're going to educate you on education and leadership. So go ahead, Dr. Rosalind.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, educators, and aspiring leaders of the 21st century, it is an honor to stand before you today to discuss a topic that is not only close to my heart, but crucial for the future of our society: leadership in education in the 21st century. I am Dr. Rosalind Willis, often referred to as Coach Roz, the Birth and Purpose Coach. And I remind everyone that I can, again, as long as you have a pulse, you have a purpose. I'm deeply passionate about empowering individuals to become exceptional leaders while fostering an environment of positivity and forward thinking on education. As we navigate the complexities of our rapidly changing world, one thing remains abundantly clear: the need for effective leadership is paramount. The challenges we face today, from technological advancements to global crisis, require leaders who are not only knowledgeable, but also empathetic, adaptable, and innovative in this dynamic landscape. Leadership is not just about authority. It's about inspiring, guiding, and collaborating with others to bring about positive change. Education, on the other hand, forms the bedrock upon which exceptional leadership is built. The 21st century demands an education system that goes beyond mere academic achievement. We must equip our students with critical thinking, skills, emotional intelligence, cultural awareness, and a passion for lifelong learning. Our classrooms should be nurturing grounds for creativity, and exploration places where students can develop a deep understanding of themselves and the world around them. So what does it take to be a leader and provide a transformative education in this era? It begins with vision. As leaders, we must envision a future that is inclusive, sustainable, and just. We must instill in our students a sense of purpose, encouraging them to contribute meaningfully to society. Education is not confined to textbooks. It encompasses real world experiences, conversations, and collaborations that shape our students into well-rounded individuals, prepared to tackle the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow. Furthermore, leadership and education in the 21st century demand adaptability. The rapid pace of change requires us to be flexible and open-minded. As educators, we must be willing to embrace new teaching methods, technologies, and ideas that cater to diverse learning styles. As leaders, we must navigate uncertainty with resilience, seeking innovative solutions and nurturing a culture of continuous improvement. Equality, important, is fostering empathy and compassion. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, understanding and valuing different perspectives is essential. Education must teach empathy, while leadership must model it. By building bridges across cultures, beliefs, and backgrounds, we create environments where collaboration thrives and solutions emerge from a tapestry of insights. As we venture into this new era, remember that leadership and education are not solitary endeavors. It takes a collective effort from teachers and students to parents, communities, and policymakers to create a nurturing ecosystem that propels us forward. The challenges of today are complex, but the potential for positive impact is boundless. Can I talk today? In conclusion, the 21st century beckons us to lead and educate with unwavering passion, creativity, and purpose. Let us be the architects of a future where leadership is synonymous with service and education is the catalyst for transformation. Together, we can shape a world that is not just technologically advanced, but also enriched by the values of empathy, integrity, and lifelong learning. Thank you.
I love it, Dr. Rosalind. Education and leadership in the 21st century. You said so much in that, so much in that. And every time I hear you speak, it's just something about that voice. So powerful, so anointing. And you always get your word across. Thank you so much for all that you do for everybody that is in your circle and for the world. Now, we do have another speaker. He did make it in. So our next speaker is Dr. Luis Angel Ramos, 2002 Leadership Class 2 graduate, West Chamber of Commerce, representing Daytona Beach Community College at the House Next Door Incorporated as a board member and former coordinator for Project SAFE, a Daytona-based team program which promoted self-environment and programs, activities with parent involvement and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker, Dr. Luis Ramos.
Hola, hello, it's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor, thank you. I am more than blessed, you have no idea. I could cry right now. I do love education. I like what Dr. Rosalind Willis, it's an honor to know you. And I do believe your voice is anointed too. Thank you for that. Thank you for allowing the new guy, and apparently the only guy, but I really appreciate it. Here from Puerto Rico, USA. I just came for vacation to visit my father and I stayed. And today I am talking to you from my new classroom. I'm actually a new Spanish teacher here at a private Christian school, which is a blessing. I just start tomorrow. They allow me to be here today and do this presentation, but I start tomorrow. So this is a blessing. I do believe, yes, thank you. This is, everything is step by step. Everything is ordained before I got here. I just wanted to say thank you for letting me be part of this first virtual global international internship university. I love this university. They just granted me the honor of an honorary doctorate degree because of my book, Educational Reality. and my lifelong education. Everything started when I was little here in Aguadilla, and I'm back to the roots. That's the way it works, right? I think life works like that. I'm gonna just skip a little bit. Just want to let you know that my book is actually my thesis for my master's degree in education. And I believe anybody can study. I was actually taking care of my dad with cancer, no job, you know, treatment, cancer treatment. And I was able to study and get a 4.0 at 40 something years old. Therefore, anybody can do it. I don't believe that there's limits to age. I believe that students are our main focus, but we are students for life, all of us. And my book ended up being, sorry about that, in Spanish, published in Argentina, and then in English, Educational Reality. You can find it on Amazon. But the focus is how to help students to stay in school. And I'm going to start backwards because I know we have a limit in time. I wanted to start with something that is not in my presentation, but I was part of a training called Mental Health First USA as a teacher in Florida. And that really opened my mind on the reality after COVID. I don't know if you are having the same situations that I'm having, or just not situations, but challenges and things that we can overcome together. I believe that after COVID, a lot of students, also teachers, we changed a little bit, and we have to focus on mental health. I just wanted to focus on that because when I did my study a while back, self-esteem was one of the issues, mostly on ladies, on young girls, 9 to 15 years old, actually 19 years old. That's one of the things that I have in my book. At the end, there's a little self-esteem check, and I did not create it. I gave him credit for who it was. So I believe that also the relationship between fathers and daughters is something that we should focus on. But it doesn't have to be a father, a male figure. For boys too, but there's a study, or many studies, that say that we do need that relationship. But I wanted to skip to the end of my presentation instead of starting from the beginning. I'm going to go backwards. I believe it's wise to do so today. Sorry about my technology issues today. I'm holding my cell. My computer is here, but it's not working. So I'm working it, and it's going to happen. First of all, my focus in education is prevention and intervention. You cannot have education, or real impact in education, without prevention of issues that could happen, especially high school dropout. We have to eliminate that. What I found in my study was, even though I focused on the west coast of Puerto Rico, where I am right now teaching, interesting, right? It's the fact that there's a profile for dropout students that sadly fits here in Puerto Rico, in the United States, no matter what state. Believe me, I lived in 7 states, same issues everywhere. Even Hawaii, I lived there for a while. I was a teacher, Hawaii, let me say that right. In Florida, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New York, it's the same issue. It usually starts in elementary school. And sadly, it has to work, or has to do with the parents' part. And we have to work with the parents. And it is the beginning, it starts actually in absenteeism. So every time we see a student, elementary, pre-K, I've done pre-K, I've done high school, I've done college, and sadly, absenteeism is the main first focus that we have to work on. If we see any student that is absent, and I've had family members that, because of health issues, were constantly absent, guess what? They were both, and they were family of mine, they were both high school dropouts, but they did graduate as a GED, and now they're working, so I'm really proud of them. I was a GED professor. If you don't know what a GED professor is, it's a high school night teacher or day teacher I used to be a night teacher, and helping students complete high school is not the same thing. They don't have the sports. I believe sports help students stay in school, arts, music. As you know, I know the International Internship University and other groups that I belong to, like IPE, which is a writers group, international group based in Puerto Rico, but international now. That's how I started. I promoted my book, and I ended up here today a few years ago. We believe that arts, sports, anything that is engaging the students in the classroom besides the class. And I also believe that morals, values are the focus in every class. We should teach values or the education of moral values in every class. I don't care if it's science, social studies, it doesn't matter. It can be implemented. There are many schools out there that are doing it, and I believe that it's important and it's needed. The human being needs morals to work with others, to be able to transcend from childhood to adolescence into adulthood. And all it does is helps you, the morals that you acquire helps you work with others, be a better member of society. And again, sadly, the dropout, I'm going to read a little bit. The dropout student profile that I found is that it starts in the elementary school. 51% of the students starting an elementary school that have a lot of absenteeism, they will become high school dropouts. And according to some studies, 51% of those students will be leaving high school around 10th grade. Another thing that I'm going to say real quick, sadly, high school dropout has to do, and it's involved in crime, and sadly in the correction system. We find that, I found here in Puerto Rico and the United States and worldwide, that at least in Puerto Rico, ages 15, 17, 85% of those students that were incarcerated, young souls, young people, that saddens my soul, were high school dropouts. Sadly, murders and homicides committed in our country from ages 16 to 20, they were high school dropouts. And the vast majority of those committed those crimes were earning $500 to $600 per month, which again, income is an issue when it comes to high school dropouts. Most students leave high school to help their parents, to make money. I remember working when I was 15 in high school in Massachusetts. And I remember one of my teachers saying, "You're sleepy." I'm like, "Yeah, I worked yesterday at the library, at the city library." He said, "Oh, I'm going to call the city library to have you fired because you need to focus on your studies." And I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Please, I like my job. I love my job." And it kind of helped me into education. Just wanted to let you know that I'm going to start backwards, but culture. Dr. Willis mentioned culture. Culture has to do with everything when it comes to values. It has to do with acculturation is something that we do. We become part of a culture, whatever is around us. We should make our culture and education based on values. It will help us stay in school. It will help teachers teach and not be interrupted. I remember that my students still remember me for the R, not for the R for Ramos. Every time I was a substitute teacher. I don't know if you know what that is. Every day I was in a different school, in a different high school, a different elementary, a different middle school. And I wrote the R on the board. And they're like, "Oh, Ramos." I said, no, that's respect. Today, you're going to respect me. I'm going to respect you. And we're going to teach. And we're going to learn. But you're not the teacher. Yes, I am. I am your teacher today. So it's interesting how respect to me has to do with making a better world and making a better classroom and education easier for all of us. Just wanted to let you know that the education has to do with culture, and culture is the process, and it's constantly changing. It's a process. Therefore, it's changing. We have to focus on motivation, dedication, eliminating excuses, And there is a need in all of us to belong. So we have to make sure that part of that belonging involves values and everything we do, but starts in school and it starts at home. I believe in education for the parents, not just the kids. Anything that we do with the students, we have to do with the parents. I'm working at a private school that I start tomorrow where I am incredibly excited. I just found out that parents are the owners of the school. They own the school. They hired me. They hire the director, and they will fire the director. They could fire me if I'm not positive, if I'm not motivational, if I'm not the teacher that their kids deserve. And the purpose of education, I love this part. I'm just gonna read this and continue. The purpose of education is to reproduce the culture in which it's located. It is an instrument that makes individuals immersed and it's more autonomous. You know what? But it's the reality, and that's the name of my book, Educational Reality. It's that the reality of education is to create or to motivate or to result in a better society. So that's the result. And it takes a village. I think that's what I love. That's why I love IPE and I love the International Internship University. They believe, they understand that it takes a village. It's an American saying, but you know what? It's reality everywhere. It takes a village to raise a kid. When I was here as a young person in Puerto Rico, Aguadilla, where I'm teaching now, I'm blessed. I was part of PAL. I was a sergeant. I had to be an example. I had to be a leader. They helped me with leadership. I was involved with my church. I was the president of the youth society or kids society back then, and then youth society. But I was involved with, my parents were also watching me. My mother went to school daily. My father would stop by once a week. So I believe the parents are definitely part of this process. Yes, there are kids that don't have the mother or the father figure, but guess what? There's an uncle, there's a grandfather. Always there should be a male and a female part. We have to have representation of both. And again, the education community or the educative community, it involves the private agencies, teachers, parents, workers, all counselors, churches, educational, government, health, family, justice, not just one thing. And again, we have to promote self-esteem. Also, again, values in education. We need to acquire a daily social commitment that translates into the transformation of their humanization project. In other words, we are all a project, right? Guess what? The result of that should be a good citizen. That's what we're working on every day. And attitude. My students call me Professor Attitude, and I'm going to use that forever. It's one of my slogans, Professor Attitude. If you add the alphabetical value of the word attitude, meaning A is 1, right? It's first in the alphabet. T is 21, I believe. So if you add all that, it's 100. So 100% of your attitude has to be positive. Constantly, everywhere you go. Some people ask me, Mr. Ramos, what happened today? You're not smiling. We need your smile today. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you shine this place today. Today you're not doing it. You're not doing your job. So again, positive attitude, no matter what's going on in our lives, our families, our economical situation. I just came for vacation and I'm staying. And you know what? I keep a positive attitude and everything is working out. I believe in that. And again, I started backwards. I'm actually in the conclusion and recommendations of my study. Education is a creative agent. Guess what? We are agents of change, all of us. Here in India, in Japan, Europe, Latin America, United States, Asia, we are agents of change. If we believe in education, if we believe in values. Values are universal. I'm not going to go into theory, but again, education is a creative agent of change, of social change. We are restructuring society with education. So that's why I love the International Internship University and what Dr. Page Pandit is doing. He's doing a great job. I believe that this movement is worldwide, and I'm so blessed to be part of this. Again, you must present education and values. Sorry for the noise. I have students going by. We must present values, or the education of values, as part of as a human need, a civic duty, since our learning process establishes levels of stages of defined values. And we have to eradicate absenteeism and promote self-esteem. I'm not saying be proud or be thinking that you're superior, but you have to respect yourself to be able to respect others. You have to be able to love yourself to love others. Excuse me. We must be prepared as educators. We're educators, we're not teachers. We're not pouring from our knowledge. We're actually learning every day also with students. Again, ethical and moral life of the citizen is actually part of education. It's not something that we can take away or have a class of. I remember having a values class when I was in middle school, and I wish we had that, but it's not that. It's having values instilled or taught through science, social studies, every class that we have. And again, I just wanted to say some of the recommendations that the teachers gave and educators. And I'm going to leave that there. Okay, some of the recommendations are, again, everybody agreed that values is needed. Everybody agreed that male representation is needed to eliminate or eradicate absenteeism and also high school dropout. Another thing that was recommended was the development of a class values class for teachers and parents, not only in the classroom, but also extend that to the parents somehow. Again, we need male role models for boys and girls. And unemployment is an issue. We have to create jobs. And I love this school because they actually create jobs for the students. And they even allow me to have a business here. This is a cooperative school where they're going to allow me to do tutoring. I have a tutoring business, and the school is going to allow me to use the classroom for a very, very small fee. In other words, they're helping me help the students. Again, knowledge of the problem. A lot of teachers don't believe, some teachers or parents don't believe that values are involved in the education system. Self-esteem again, and what a lot of parents and teachers recommended, and students. I actually interviewed dropout high school students, and they gave me their solutions, and I incorporated that with the teacher solutions and the parent solutions. And they believe in a develop a respectful relationship with others, critical thinking. They came up with that, critical thinking. In other words, we have to work with students and have the highest standards possible. We believe that zero absenteeism should be the goal. We believe that the highest grade that you can attain is the goal. We believe that mandatory workshops and talks for students, parents, and teachers, mandatory. We have to be there. Talks to future parents, and modeling, of course, good examples for students. Evaluations and discussions, always evaluate everything that we're doing. Education begins at home. Again, education begins at home. Mental health, again, I do believe there's an issue with parents and students that we can help with. We have to train teachers or educators. We're not teachers, we're educators. And offer short courses for certificate trades with a low GPA as an entry requirement. Exactly what International Internship University is doing by offering the opportunity to go to school online, breaking all barriers possible. And again, I believe that together, everyone achieves more. And attitude is 100% professor attitude. And I believe I'm done, and I apologize if I overstepped the time.
Thank you so much, Lois. I was reading your bio, and I want to read something to everyone that's actually watching. Lois's personal motto is, if I did it, anybody can. No matter what hurdles life puts in your way, you can make it. It is all about your attitude. Again, attitude equals 100%. And he said, if you add the alphabetical value of every letter of the word attitude, you will get a 100 numeric result. Amazing, amazing. I took so many notes for your presentation, and education does start at home, absolutely. And we are agents of change. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise. And our visionary, Dr. Rosalind, she has a poem that she wants to share with everybody.
Yes, I do. I'm going to share it a little bit later. I see one of our other speakers have made it in, but I wanted to say, my goodness, Mr. Lewis, there was so much that you shared that really, really blessed me. Man, when you talked about the dropout thing, personally, okay, you were speaking my language. You're looking at someone. I just wrote my first memoir from GED to PhD. I was a high school dropout in ninth grade. I had to drop out and help my parents because both of them became sick. And I had given up on ever being able to, get my diploma, to be able to get any degree. And so I can relate very heavily on, people getting in situations in their family, maybe poverty, whatever the situation may be, that causes them to have to drop out of school. And by the grace of God, and I thank him that he had a teacher there that said, I will not sign off on your paperwork until you take your GED. And I took my GED. And because I was so selfless, because I wasn't worried about me, I went and pushed my brother to go on through high school and on to college. He was the first one to break the generational curse of nobody graduating, nobody going to college. And I was there to put him in college and ended up getting put in college myself. And so my book talks about my whole, everything I went through. But when you talked about the whole dropout thing, and man, I could go on and on. It'll be a whole show, which I'll probably do later on, our summit dealing with dropout. And because as a teacher, as an educator, teaching high school students, I met a lot of students that they could not go home because dad was in prison, okay? Mom was on drugs, and they literally ate at school. They literally depended on the school to keep them going. So with our world, we have so many things that children are going through, trying and fighting hard to get an education. And that is why I love IIU. That is why I thank God, and I love Sir Piyush Pandit, because his vision is the same vision and heartbeat that I have. And that's to see everyone educated, no matter where they come from, no matter how much money is in their pocket, no matter the color of their skin, no matter who said no, who said yes. I'm going a little bit far. I'm feeling passionate right now. That's all I want to say right now. We're going to go to the next speaker. Oh, and before we go to the next speaker, let me say, I want to honor Mother Dr. Robbie Motter that came to support with your beautiful self. Dr. Robbie Motter, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. I want to honor you that you came in and sit with us. So again, you can go to the next speaker. Love you all. I'm gonna hush down.
So we're going to go to our next speaker, Professor Dr. Ambassador Maureen Mia. She is hailing from South Africa. She is professor and doctor in humanities, education, and humanitarianism, global goodwill ambassador, president Success World One Academy, president of Chiaparco International Women's Council, NLP master and CBT practitioner, transpersonal transformational mental health and wellness practitioner. She's an honorable professor of education and resource, trainer, International Internship University, IIU, global professor, Wisdom University. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker, Professor Dr. Ambassador Maureen Mia.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, dear Sister Lakisha James and Dr. Rosalind Willis. It is amazing to share this platform. So firstly, let me greet everyone in the universal greeting of peace with blessings. IIU, always amazing and honored to be here with you. I'm seeing amazing speakers, and I have to firstly apologize because it's a last minute entry for me and I'm supposed to have been here, but networks here are crazy. I have to get through other places to get on, but I was not going to miss this. So God made me make it through. So thank you so much for your patience and for letting me speak. So apologies to everyone for the late, but here, we're here, and I love this. I love, when I'm looking at this, and I never heard anyone speak, but I can tell you now, I think everyone resonated with everyone just by looking at the body language of some of the features that are going on here. So God is working between us all. So thank you so much for having us all. Dr. Rosalind Willis, for bringing us all together. And that togetherness is what I love. So thank you. Today's topic for me, women leadership in education. And I'm not going to take too long, but as every portion of that topic for me is really something I'm passionate about. And I'll start with breaking it down a little bit. I'm passionate about the education portion. I think everybody is, because we all know education is key, right? We all know education is what is needed for us to progress in anything. But education, if we just talk about the word, many people have this vision that education is just classroom-based. It's university lecture hall-based, or it's a book-based, or it's a certification-based. Education is not just that. Education is life-based. And when you have that as the perception about education, then you will want to keep learning about life. And then life's hurdles that get thrown at you are not going to be seen as hurdles anymore. Life is actually going to be giving you lessons. The same lessons you equate education to being in a classroom are going to be the lessons you get out of life. And then you grow. You grow through every bit of adversity, because something we all know is adversity is always going to be there. We're full of it right now, every one of us. But we have to persevere through it. So when we perceive through educating ourselves that adversity is actually our window of opportunity, then the whole perception about a struggle changes because of that concept of education. The other word in my topic is leadership. Again, concept that we all talk about very often, very important topic too. But leadership on its own, if I just give you the word, you create this vision that you have of somebody in front of a boardroom table or at the head of a boardroom table, or you have a vision of somebody leading a crowd, or you have somebody leading a country, a president in a massive office, whatever. But that's the vision of a leader or leadership. My take on leadership is, yes, all of that is true. But the leader is actually you, in you as an individual. You have to see yourself as leader in your life first, before you can try to be a leader to lead others. That for me is key. So educate yourself. Go back to what I said about education. Educating you as an individual to empower you as the individual to lead you in your life for your authentic life's journey. Now, the concept of women. Women, something we're all passionate about. Women empowerment, something we're passionate about, something we try and drive through all the time. Here in South Africa right now, August is declared Women's Month. And yesterday was declared Women's Day, right? So to every woman across the world, happy Women's Day, happy Women's Month. I celebrate every woman, but I celebrate us and our womanhood every day. So let's celebrate who we are every single day, not just 1 month and 1 year, 1 day. And in that celebration of who you are in your womanhood, do you not owe it to yourself to recognize that every single day when you wake up, until the time you go to bed, you are leading. You're leading you're leading your family, you're leading the community, somehow or the other. You are making literal corporate, clear thinking decisions that have to be made to impact someone's life or the other. And you go to bed and you keep doing this day after day after day, woman. And how do you do that? You don't do it because you get a certificate for it. You don't do it because you're getting paid for it, but you're doing it because you have a passion for it, because you know how. How do you know how? Because you are naturally, innately empowered to know that I can do this. Women already have that empowered being within them. All we have to do is tap into it. So if you're a woman, understand that you are already a leader. Certification doesn't make you a leader, but education does. And you as a woman have to make the time to firstly give gratitude for being who you are every day, even if it's 2 minutes a day. Give gratitude for who you are every day and take control of your leading role. Educate you, grow you, develop you, find out new things about you, and grow your natural, authentic being. Because it doesn't just empower you, it empowers those around you. And when you educate yourself as a woman, you learn leadership skills as that woman. And education for you in the woman leadership role is then a powerhouse trio. Women in leadership in education. 3 in 1, but one that has all of those is a powerhouse woman. And when you are educated enough to know certain things about you, understand you, and you are aware of you, you will make clear decisions that will impact you positively, your family positively. And when that woman does that to her family unit through education and her leadership, then that family becomes a catalyst for that community. And that community then develops and grows. That community becomes a catalyst for the next, and then society grows. And that builds a catalyst for an entire nation. That's where we build up with the stance of saying that it starts with one. And who better than for it to start with a woman? So women in these roles of leadership and education, we have multiple roles. But I think we need to stop thinking of it as this boxed up categorization of education is classroom and book-based, and leadership is boardroom and corporate-based. No, it is individual-based. And you as a woman need to recognize that that is you already. No matter who you are or where you are or what your status is, that is you. So just take a time out, define who you are. And this is not just for women now, everybody who's listening to us. Take a time out, define you. How do you know you? How do you understand you? Define things about you. Then do the pros and cons. What are the things about you, honestly, that you do not really like? What will it take for you to change those negatives into some positives? And then once you educated yourself only with self-awareness, no course, no payments, no nothing, just a little bit of your time, which is your gift that God gave to you, just some time, you're sitting and you're doing this introspection. After you do it, and you do it honestly, then do yourself one other favor, and then redefine you. And that redefinition is your new you. And every time life is going to throw you that lesson that I spoke about, you're redefining who you are by educating you continuously along life's journey. So I'm going to pause there. I think everyone has already spoken, so I don't want to take up too much more time. I hope something I've said resonates with someone and has an impact positively out there. We're going to do this again, Dr. Rosalind Willis and Dr. Lakisha James. Thank you so much again for having me.
Thank you. Well
Listen.
done. Well done.
I'm so excited. You just came in and said so much in that little time. I took some notes. Redefine who you are. Like, it's so many times you go through life and things happen on our journey. You have to really redefine who you are. And like you said, being a leader begins with yourself. You never know what you're capable of until you actually experience it. Like, I don't know if I've shared it with anybody. I was the former Atlanta chapter leader for the World Women's Conference and Awards, a global women empowerment organization. And at that moment in my life changed the trajectory. At that moment, I was like, wow, I'm a leader. I didn't know I was, but I had to find that leader in me to lead the team. So I commend you on that. And education is life-based. That is so powerful. So powerful. Oh my God. And then I took down something else. I can't find it. Oh, the 3: women, leadership, and education. Oh my God. That says it all. Microphone drop. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Well done. I'm going to piggyback on what she said. It was so much that you shared. And I really believe that life is the biggest classroom that we'll ever have, because if you don't learn from life, you won't learn at all. Sometimes we have to go over and take the test over and over again when we don't learn from our life lessons. So there's so many nuggets that you dropped, so much wisdom. This is why I love diversity. This is why I love IIU, because all of us have different parts to such a beautiful puzzle. And we all come together and talk about our experiences, talk about where we've been, what we've been through, and how we still made it, and how we're learning as educators, as leaders. That's what this is all about. I believe the summit is successful. I believe that we have established the very thing that God has put us here to do. And I thank every single one of you for being a part of that on today. Dr. Mater, is there anything you want to share with us while you're on the platform? I do not want to miss a moment to allow you to say anything.
I'm just honored to be here and listen to these dynamic speakers and learn the great nuggets that they're leaving, and know that every day they're touching and changing a life globally. And that's the purpose that we're all here, bringing together everybody, sharing kindness and love, and letting them know that they're not alone, that whatever their dream is, it's possible. There is no impossible, it's possible. So they just have to believe, and they need to tune in to dynamic speakers that you have today, and just learn. I'm 87, and I learn every day of my life, and love it, and share it with my over 400 members globally of my Global Society for Female Entrepreneurs. So thank you for allowing me to be here, and I'm always available anytime to share and open doors and connect, because we don't compete, we complete each other, and that is the most important thing.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mater. I just love her. Love her. I thank y'all all so much for coming and experiencing the very first annual. We'll be doing this annually, virtual leadership education in the 21st century summit. And I'm excited to see what all God is going to do. We're coming to a close. But before we go, I want to share with you guys a poem that I wrote for today. In the heart of the 21st century's embrace, a tale of leadership and education takes its place, guiding the way with wisdom's grace, igniting minds in this boundless space. In corridors of learning where minds ignite, a beacon of light shining so bright, with teachings treasured and empowering right, breaking old bounds, reaching new height. Lead from within, ardently declared. Unleash your potential, don't be ensnared. Courage and growth, a pair so rare. In leadership dance, take the dare. Through digital twists in this modern age, unveiling truths on the education stage, a melody of hope, a wisdom sage, navigating paths in this boundless maze, championing equity, inclusion, the creed. Every voice matters, let's pay heed. In education's tapestry, a transformative lead, empowering each soul to succeed. So rise, leaders, bold of this century's art. Let wisdom's light infuse every part. In the pursuit of knowledge, united we start, guided by teachings that touch the heart. In the annals of time, your legacy's pace, guiding us forward in this human race. Leadership and education intertwine with grace, a narrative that uplifts a timeless embrace.
Wow,
that I wrote for you all for today. I am so honored. Every one of you have brought something very beautiful to this platform, to this day. Every speaker, our wonderful, amazing host. I believe she's anointed to host events with me. I'm just saying, but what I love about her is the humility, always professional, always loving, always open. I don't want to hand her out to too many, okay? But look here, she is amazing, seriously. And each speaker, you brought such value. I learned so much about HIV and AIDS that I did not know. Sissy, Dr. Shawn, you really gave a lot of, and we're going to do more of these. We're going to talk more individually. Each one of you, I want to bring you on the IIU platform for a one-on-one, where we can, the world will get to know more about what you do. We all are change makers, and it's important to let people know, I don't have a problem showing people my scars, okay? Because my scars is what shows me who I am. I made it over. Somebody did not live through what we've made it through. Dr. Mata said it well. She's 86 young, right? 86 young. Beautiful, full of wisdom. But one of the mottos, and before I ever met her, that God gave me was, we don't compete, we complete. And when we did, meet online, the first time I heard her say it, I was like, what, Lord? But it's a spiritual thing. Honestly, I really believe that God shows you that when you have the heart to see people win, when you want to see your sisters win, when you can applaud your sisters and brothers when they're winning, and it's not about you winning, that's the place that we're supposed to be in. That's the place where education wins. That's the place where humankind wins, when it's not all about me, but it's about us. Moving forward to one heartbeat, moving forward to change the world one person at a time. We are change agents in education. We are change agents in leadership. It does no good to have all of these degrees, all of these nouns and pronouns and all these things all over our name, but we have not love. We have to be motivated by love. We have to be motivated by love and knowing that, you know what, when my brother was talking about drop out and this and going to all these different things, all I could think about was my life and what I went through and what makes me the passionate person that I am. The loud, sometimes I'm very loud. And it's not because I want to be obnoxious or I want to get on people's nerves. No, it's because I have a voice now. And there was a time in my life that I was on mute. There was a time in my life that people mistreated me and I said nothing. But when God took me off mute, he gave me a voice. And he said, I'm not only giving you a voice, but I'm asking you to be a voice for the voiceless. I'm asking you to help others come off mute. And that is what we are here to do today. I commend you, my brother Lewis, for, God has brought you full circle. You said you went to visit your family and now you're back there to teach. That's the thing about our God. We never know what he's going to do and how he's going to do it, but he has a way of putting us where he wants us, when he wants us, and how he wants. And you are in the position God has called you to for such a time as this, because there's a little Lewis that is waiting to be poured into. There's some young ladies there that are waiting to be covered. So I just thank God for you in this new place that you're in. This is a new beginning, just as this is a new summit. I know we're not having church, but I got to go in what the Holy Spirit is telling me to say. So I just commend you, and I am excited to see what God is going to do in this season in your life. Let's stay connected. I want to continue to see what God is going to do. My sister Gonda, last night, Sister Patricia Gonda, you as well, another trailblazer. The things that God is doing in your life in this season, I am excited to see what he is doing. Your hunger, your desire to see everyone blessed, everyone healed, everyone whole, everyone walking in wealth. God is going to manifest that for you. He is going to manifest that for you because you have a heart for God's people and for people in general. Thank you for being you. You brought such value as well to the stage. You brought so much. You taught us a lot. And I thank God for you as well. Professor, Dr. Ambassador Maureen, honey, you came all the way through. Yes, you did. I'm excited about you. I'm excited about your humility. I'm excited about your leadership. You're covered up in humility. But when your voice opens in your mouth, you are so powerful with what you have to say. I love the way you stand in everything that you are. I am so excited about this season of your life and the doors that God is about to swing open for you because of your humility. Continue to be who you are, because everything about you is beautiful from the inside out. I thank God for you. Dr. Mater, everything that you poured for others through the years, the way you love women unconditionally, I thank God for you and everything that you brought. You just came to visit. You just came to support. You showed up. You talk about showing up. You showed up. And just your presence alone blessed my soul, blessed my spirit, gave me a recharge. Just seeing you in the Zoom. We all matter. Every person here. And one of the things that God taught me, when you get a person, you meet someone and you take the whole individual and you accept them, you receive the complete jewel of who that person is. Not rejecting them, not pushing them away. No. You embrace all of them. So I got some treasures today, guys. I know that we're being, they see us live on Facebook, but I got to be in the moment. Gonna miss the moment of blessing. This is how God manifests his love through us, one another. So I thank you all for being on here. Does anyone have anything to say before we close out?
I do. First, I'm overwhelmed with what I've learned today because everything was just God ordained. Lewis, you was in my business and I didn't even invite you in my business, but you was there. And I could say I appreciate you because you was there. When you talked about GED, and Sissy, no, I got a GED. It wasn't for self-esteem or anything like that. It was being pregnant and being shamed in the 12th grade, and I left school. I was in sports. Oh, it's okay, because I could talk about it today. My scars are a badge of honor. My scars are to let other women know, guess what? If I did it, you could do it. Someone mentioned they're the voice for the voiceless. That's my motto. Sister Marie, I love you. I love you. I love you. And one day, as I always tell you, I will meet you one day personally, and I will be able to give you a hug. But until then, you're always my sister. As Dr. James said, when you said women leadership and education all in one, 3 in 1, that's us. We are the first leaders. We cannot lead anyone if we don't know how to lead ourselves. And leading ourselves is a part of discipline. We must discipline ourselves. I love to see my Muslim sisters cover. It's humility. It is truly humility, and I love it. And it keeps me grounded. When I want to take some of my clothes off in Florida because it's so hot, I have to realize that's not humility. Humility is fully dressed, yet very beautiful. Patricia, I have not spoken to you yet, but your heart is for the people. When you talked about the slums, oh, how I love it. Oh, how I love it. And Dr. Mata, 86 years young. Oh, how we have so many years to get to where you're at. And your humility, just showing up. I'm actually at work, but that's okay. I am honored to have shared the platform with such amazing women and gentlemen. I'm honored that, once again, Sissy never competes. She always completes. She always opened the floor for other women, no matter what. She's going to open that floor. She's going to open that door. She holds the door open for one sister to come through. She holds the doors open for a sister. She does not only say that, Many people will say that. Many people will say a lot of things with our mouth, but if there's no action behind it, it doesn't matter. Dr. Lakisha, I'm always honored to share the platform with you. Her humility is shown through the glory of God that's all over her. I'm just honored to have this moment, this hour to be on the platform with all of you amazing speakers. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful. And I'm just going to leave because I don't want my mascara to start running. Thank you all. Thank you, Sissy.
Welcome. Thank you. Anyone else?
Well, I want to say something.
Hello,
It's
sorry.
like every time I'm on the platform with my sisters, tears always come. And it's not tears of, sorrow, it's tears of joy. Like God always moves on platforms. And he's definitely moved today, touched each and every heart today to just show the expertise, just the love. I mean, I see so much love on this screen. And I'm just so honored to have met you. Some of these speakers I know, and some their first time speaking, but I definitely want to connect in the future. But I always say, everyone has a story. What's yours? Somewhere, someone needs to hear it. Because if you impact one person, you've done your job. And today, you guys have impacted many people across the globe. And I'm just so honored to be in the space with you guys on today. So keep impacting, keep loving, keep living out what God has instilled in you. Thank you guys so much for sharing you with me today.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm quite honored today to be. I'm brushing shoulders with great speakers from around the world, and thank you so much. I learned quite a lot from you, Dr. Rosalind Willis, Lakisha James, Robbie Motta, everything. We know that as I was talking on education in emergencies, we all have scars. Someone talked about scars here, and we have carried, and the adversities we have faced. But let us just remember that they do not define us, like one speaker said. Instead, they serve us as reminders of our strength, of our resilience, and of our capacity to change. Thank you so much, Dr. Merin Mia, for sharing. We can go on and on and on, but what I can say is just let us stand united, transcending our scars and remembering the power that is within us, which can bring about the meaningful change that we want. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Will there be another before I close out? Are all hearts and mind clear? All righty. Well, I thank you all. I want to thank Sir P.H. Pandit, the IIU team, everyone that is here that came out to support, everyone listening in Facebook world and wherever they're listening from. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you all. God bless you all. And I'm going to close in prayer. Lord, just bless everyone that's listening by the sound of my voice. We thank you so much for just being God all by yourself. Bless everyone. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much.